Hey guys, Sethly here, back with another Apex Legends video. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. In this video, I'm going to be going over 5 Apex Legends character concepts. But before I get into that, if you guys haven't seen my other videos, I've covered a lot of other legend concepts in other videos, so definitely go check those out after this video if you haven't already seen them. I also want to say that all these legend concepts are from the Reddit user MRMNG, so full credit to him. He did an amazing job at designing these characters, so definitely go check him out in the description and give him some love if you guys like these concepts. The rankings of these legends are purely based on which characters I like the most, and I'm sure some of you guys would prefer certain concepts over the ones I like the best, but I'm ordering these purely on my preferences and what I think would fit into the game well. Let's get right into it, starting off with number 5. The character's name is Shogun. His passive is that when his barriers take damage, 25% of that damage is converted into overshields for Shogun. Overshields are separate from shields gained from armor and dissipate over time. So what this means, you guys will understand when I go over his tactical. So his tactical is you can project a temporary 2-second barrier over allies, but only when you are aimed at an ally, because it would be a hit scan weapon, and this would be able to block up to 50 damage, and obviously it would stay around for 2 seconds on the ally. And his ultimate is that on activation, he deploys a shield generator that creates a large 10-meter radius barrier around it. So as you guys can see, his tactical and ultimate both have to do with shields, and this is why his passive is good, because any damage that those shields take, 25% of it will be added onto his extra shields. Now I think this might be a little overpowered, so it might be better for 10% of the shields to be added, and I'm putting him at number 5 because the ultimate is fairly similar to Gibraltar's ultimate. Let's get on to number 4, which is a character called Wolf. For each ally in a 10-meter radius around Wolf, every other ally in that radius, including Wolf, gains 10% movement speed, and that is his passive. So basically, if you had 2 of your teammates right around you, all of you would gain 20% movement speed. And then his tactical is for the next 15 seconds, knocking down an enemy increases his passive movement speed by 10%. So you could potentially have up to like 50% increased movement speed if you did knock 3 people in a short period of time, and that's obviously only in the time period where your tactical is activated. And then his ultimate is he can deploy a 300 HP portable shield blocking all attacks above the knee within a frontal 120-degree cone, and for the duration of the shield, aiming down sights is disabled. So basically it would be a shield pretty much just in front of him in a 120-degree radius that would have 300 HP, except it wouldn't cover his feet, so you could shoot at his feet or just run around him. I'm putting that one at number 4 because I really like the idea of his passive, because it benefits the whole team, as well as you can rotate around a lot faster if you do have that increased movement speed. Let's get on to number 3, which is a character called Shroud, and I'm assuming obviously it is designed after the Twitch streamer Shroud. I'm sure you guys all know who he is. His passive is that when you headshot somebody, it confers a 10% damage boost to your next shot, which is stackable. So if you hit a headshot, the next shot you hit will be 10% increased damage, as well as if you hit that second headshot, it will be 20% increased damage for the third shot, as well as the bonus is reset on any missed shot, so you can't stack up infinite headshot increasements of damage. So let's get on to his tactical. When he reloads a current weapon while the tactical is activated, he reloads it with smart round, and this means that when enemies are shot by smart rounds, they are visible to Shroud through walls and obstacles for 2 seconds, but it still uses normal ammunition. His ultimate is called Shrouded, and he enters a cloaked state, which greatly reduces his visibility, I assume more than Mirage's ultimate. However, this cloaked state is partially disrupted by taking aggressive action if damage is taken, and by movement, so he would get less invisible as he did take more damage or he moved around more. So I definitely think that's a good idea because it wouldn't be too overpowered. But let's get right onto the number 2 concept. Her name is Zhao Long. Her passive allows her to automatically pick up ordinances in line of sight within a 5-meter radius. And if you guys don't know, ordinances are grenades, thermite grenades, and arc stars. So these ordinances also can be stacked up to a size limit of 4 instead of 2, which is another part of her passive. Her tactical allows her to switch to a different weapon, basically a launcher, and while in use, the ordnance can be launched 30% further with 50% increased projectile speed. It also lowers the reload time than throwing by hand. So you can throw grenades 30% further and 50% faster when that tactical is activated. And her ultimate is called Dragon's Breath. It's a pretty simple one. It uses her tactical so when the next ordnance or grenade is launched from her tactical, then it will explode on impact, which I think is a really good idea. And honestly, I really don't think it would be too overpowered, since you would have to have a lot of inventory space, although the passive does allow you to stack 4 grenades instead of 2. But let's get on to the character concept for number 1. This is another character concept by MRMNG. I'll make sure to link it down in the description below. This character is called Fawn. His passive allows him to jump higher than other legends to reach vantage points, but we don't really know how much higher or if it could possibly increase slide speed, so personally I think it should be 25% higher jump, as well as maybe even a slight increase in your sliding speed. His tactical is called Binoculars. He equips variable magnification binoculars to spot enemies from afar. Now, it could possibly have threat vision like the one-time scope, as well as maybe it could ping enemies that show on the minimap, but out of those two things, I think the binoculars or tactical should ping enemies on the map rather than showing them up like it is a digital threat, because he is a scouting legend and that's more of a team type ability. As well as his ultimate is a deployable mobile radar. He throws a moving radar bot that marks all life forms on the minimap in a radius around the bot. I don't think it should be a huge radius, but possibly maybe even the size of the tactical for Bloodhound, as well as I think the bot should definitely ping the enemies in the radius, not only for yourselves but also for your teammates. That's it for these 5 character concepts. Make sure to let me know down in the comments any different types of character ideas you have. I am really curious to see your ideas because I know a lot of you guys are creative, and I also read all of my comments. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button. It really does help me out a ton. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell for daily Apex content. It's been your boy Sethly, and I'm out.